Look, guys, I was having a conversation with a bunch of people, and we were talking about the fact that some of these guys were claiming that the earth was overpopulated. Overpopulated. I've already had, you could take the count of how many, whatever amount they want to say is on earth today. 7 billion, 8 billion people. Let's go right up to 10 billion. We'll go right up to 10 billion people. You can take 10 billion people and stick them in a lot smaller state than Texas if you stand them side by side, shoulder to shoulder. I don't. It would take a lot smaller state than Texas, but I assure you that everybody that is standing on the dirt today, floating on water, wherever they might be, you could pack every one of them up, stand them shoulder to shoulder, and you will not fill the state of Texas. Yet, certain people think the world's overpopulated. Not even close. These people want to convince you that God didn't know what he was doing when he built the earth. Well, God knew exactly what he was doing. God knew exactly what men would do. God knows exactly what they're doing, and God will fix them when they think they have beaten him. Oil is not fossil fuel. The earth produces oil for a reason. Man was guided towards oil for a reason. Has nothing to do with fossil fuels, folks. If you go out west, I lived out there for half my, or not half my life now, 25 years of my life, almost half of my life. It used to be half. Well, it's not no more. You guys are getting old. I lived out west. I've been all over the out west out there. And where those oil rigs, the pumps that used to pump out of the oil out of the ground, they don't pack them things up and move them around. Oh, well, that hole's dried up. We're just going to move. We got to move the pump now. No, they don't move them pumps. There's a reason why they don't move them. When they dry up, they just shut them down. The hole they've been pumping out of fills right back up. Don't believe me? Do some research, folks. You got to start looking in. You won't, but you should start looking into what you've been told and what can be proven and what is not provable. Because these things you guys think are real are not real. Natural gas comes out all over the place under the ocean. You don't think it comes out above the water in many places? Natural gas is everywhere as well. Do you not think God knew we would figure these things out? He put it in us, just like he puts in a bird. Every spring, the birds are going to have some eggs. So they start, if they haven't found an old nest, which I have an old nest that I rent out every year to the robins, the robin family. They come into this nest. Last year they gave me three babies. This year I told them, hey, you want this place this year, you got to add on to it, and I want 4. Well, I'm hoping to get a shot of that nest because I've already we all know there's four babies in it. But the bush, I trimmed that thing last year, and it's so thick this year. The leaves and everything on the bush is so thick that you can't hardly see that. I gotta take my hat off, pull the bush. I gotta do just to look in there. But it's right on my off of my porch, off of one side of my front porch where me and my dog. These birds are running. These two robins, and I believe it's the same robins that put eggs in there last year. They're some of them that came out of the nest last year. But these two robins, they're working that nest, and those babies are about ready to come out. But what was I talking about? Well, guys, I can't even remember now. Oh, yeah, in it's bred into these birds. I think they say it's like 12 to 13 days after the eggs are put in the nest, they hatch, and then it's another 12 or 13 days, and the babies are all flying. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. There's some things. Still trying to figure out how I got to the doggone birds. Other than just the fact that, it's built into them that, once the female lays there's a male and a female. I can't tell the difference on a robin. On a cardinal, I can tell the difference. On ducks and other birds, I can tell the difference, but some birds, I can't tell the difference. Robins look the same, male and female, but they're popping in and out there. But it's like only a month long thing from the point that they lay the eggs till the babies are flying. And we watched this. We have watched this the last two springs off of my front porch. But this year they got four in there, and but anyway, guys, God loves you. I love you. All I hope to do is maybe say something that might catch your attention that will bring you to Jesus. I can't save you. I can only guide you to a certain point, and then you got to go. You got to go all in. You got to go all in, folks. You can't go partially in. No 60-40, no 30-70, no 50-50. You can't do 90-10. You can't do none of it. You got to go all in with the Father. There is but one Father, one God, and you worship Him. That's the first commandment. You don't worship any other God. There is only one. And He, if you do what He sent His Son down here to show you what to do and how to do it. If you do what He did, His Son shows you, follow His Son's path, follow the way. You will not go to hell. If you deny His Son, I don't care how good of a person you are. If you deny that Jesus was sent here to save your soul, give you a chance to go to heaven. And all you have to do is believe in him wholeheartedly. And if you don't cry. Don't complain. Jesus is not of this world. God is not of this world. Satan, this is Satan's world right here. Satan's. Not God or Jesus. So unless you have God or Jesus, you got to have God to have Jesus. You got to have Jesus to have God. So unless you got both of them in your life, and you have a relationship with them, not no fake crap, you're living for this world. And if money, lust, drugs, all these things that are of this world control your life, then don't complain. That's not what Jesus wants from you. If that's what you choose, if you choose money, if you choose fancy cars and big houses and big vacations across the earth, if that's what you choose over Jesus, then don't complain on Judgment Day. Enjoy it right now, because that's all you got. There ain't going to be no enjoyment after this world. God loves you guys. I love you. Jesus couldn't love you anymore. But if you're sticking to what they want you to do for this world, you're not walking with any of us. You're not walking with God. You ain't walking with Jesus. And I don't know how, if I'm walking with them, how you could be walking with me, to be honest. Love you guys.